the story I met, one of them was about how school children were introduced to e-learning and how they were adopting it through the lockdown. Another was about conflicts rising in the families, different families, and how husbands were becoming so violent to the wives.
Story, because actually still now the kids don't understand where they don't go to school. They're still asking the same questions. Mommy, when will I go back to school? Me, I want to go out and play. Why am I washing my hands 4 times a day? It's still disturbing them. So because I'm a mother, actually I had to talk about that story. And another one was about when the doctors refused to work because they didn't have equipment for COVID-19 vaccine. I felt a prey because I was pregnant at the time. We would go to the hospital and no one is there. No one would attend at you. It was a lockdown. Actually, it was really disturbing.
I want to send you somewhere. Go back home. On a professional level, how does the artist learn from all this? The salespeople are quick at jumping on board when need arises and solving problems that affect man. But now, where does the artist come in? And the money came from some people in Mali. They are called the family. Yeah, so they sent some money to run administrative tasks.
Basically, I looked at the chaos. I know that Uganda has always been a chaotic country, but I think we had a lot of chaos that I had never experienced before in 2020. Too much chaos in everything, in politics, economically, everything was just a mess. Every day something else would come up. So I tried to gather all this in just a few pictures and narratives over there. But I also realized that amidst all this chaos happening, there's one thing that perhaps we are not focusing much on as we should, and that is agriculture. So that's why, because I realized we went through a lot, all of us went through a lot, but the only thing we could rely on was agriculture. I believe that every family and every individual should have a garden or a farm to harvest food.
So another story was people living with albinism cry out over lockdown. Many vulnerable people lost lives. People could not go and access health services, like those living with HIV, albinos, those people who live on drugs, like the monthly supply. It was hard when the movements were limited. So from that, many people died of other illnesses rather than dying from COVID. And it really touched me. Thank you for this, because it has helped me see a lot of themes out of it, and I was healing from all this fracas of COVID. Then each time I read about any story in the papers, I remember. It's as if it is still happening. Thank you.
I've seen a lot of interesting things from people. If it were possible, I could do the same training again in a better way with the same participants. I don't know, but I feel it as well.